Here to discuss all this is a man who has single-handedly educated the nation to the evils of worthless money and to the dangers of a central bank with a printing press, and who continues to believe that fighting for economic liberties is just as important as fighting for civil liberties. Who else but Texas Republican Congressman and Republican presidential hopeful Ron Paul. Congressman Paul, as always, a pleasure. Welcome to this special edition of Freedom Watch on money.
Thank you very much.
Congressman, what would happen in a Ron Paul presidency if we were to return to the gold standard? How soon could this happen, and how would it happen?
Well, I wished you could do it overnight, and you could do a few things like repealing or getting rid of the executive order of Nixon, but that in itself wouldn't be enough. You know, we know what to do. We did it once after the Civil War period. We went from, a paper standard back to a gold standard, and the event wasn't that dramatic. But today, the big problem is that both the conservatives and liberals have a big appetite for government for different reasons. Therefore, they need the Fed to tide them over and monetize the debt. So if you don't get rid of that appetite, it's going to be more difficult. But the transition isn't that difficult. You have to get your house in order. You have to balance the budget. You have to not run up debt, and you have to promise not to print any more money. And that's what they did after the Civil War, and it was accepted, and we went right back to the gold standard. But that is the biggest challenge. So it's difficult. I would like to have a transition period and just legalize gold, gold money, and allow us to use gold and silver as legal tender, and we could work our way back.
Well, I have to agree with you, but I would even go a step further and say if gold and silver became currency, that would drive paper money out. I mean, who would want the paper money when you had real gold and real silver out there?
Well, if it was a fixed exchange rate, sure, we would never pay our bills off with the gold. We'd pay it off with the paper because it drives the good money out of circulation. But let's say you want a checking account and you want to deal with gold. You could put your money in, and you could buy and sell in gold and save in gold. So it would be parallel rather than having a fixed exchange rate between the two. If you tried to fix them, it wouldn't work.